I'm Sarah.
And I'm Addison. Welcome back. This is our second recipe. And today we're making a stir-fried rice.
So if you weren't here before when we did it, we do super basic videos, like we don't make anything fancy or anything like that because there's tons of fancy videos out there. We're just going to kind of plow through. What we wanted to do is we know a lot of people don't have opportunities right now to go to the grocery store. So this is using a lot of leftovers. I'm going to go through the ingredients really fast. So we have canola oil and sesame oil, garlic, eggs. We have chickens, that's why they're blue. Salt, pepper, soy sauce. I'm using a can of corn, can of mushrooms, green onions. You can use regular onions, carrots, celery, fresh ginger. I have shrimp. These are leftover brats, chicken, and rice. You can use absolutely anything that you have for vegetables. Doesn't matter. You can use frozen vegetables. I wouldn't use canned vegetables, but you can use frozen vegetables. You can use fresh. You can use leftover. Same with the meat. Like, we cooked this meat yesterday, so it's totally leftover. So super, super easy. There's kind of no plan to it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start chopping. Let me just show you here what I'm doing. So I know a lot of you guys know how to cook, but the way that we're doing this is we are doing it so that people who maybe don't cook, maybe like teenagers, will know how to cook. Okay, like I said, I know a lot of you cook, but this is sort of for people who don't cook, or if like any teenagers, not that teenagers don't know how to cook, but if any teenagers are learning how to cook or want to do a basic recipe, all I'm doing is just dicing these pretty small, okay? So you do this with any of your vegetables, dice them up, and then Addison is going to work on the eggs over here.
Hey guys, okay, so over here, we're going to crack all of our eggs into a separate container.
How many do you have, Ed?
We have 3 eggs today.
Just use whatever you have though for eggs. If you only have one, just use one.
Yep. Okay, so make sure to wash your hands off with hot water after working with eggs or any type of raw meat. Then you're going to turn on to the stove to about medium heat. We have 2 pans here. This one I'm going to be cooking the eggs, and this one I'm going to be cooking the shrimp. So in each I'm going to put about a tablespoon of oil.
Can I add one thing? The reason why we're using fry pans is we usually use a wok, but we figure at home not everybody has a wok, so we sort of wanted to show you what you would have at home, probably.
Okay. Now I'm going to take about half a teaspoon of garlic, put it into each of the pans. That's just going to give our food a little bit of extra flavoring. Put that in there, and then for the eggs, a little special ingredient is to take a little bit of sesame seed oil and put that right into the eggs, and that will give it a little bit of extra Asian flavor. That's almost your secret ingredient.
Do you have a fork over there? Oh, it is a secret ingredient.
Yeah.
Perfect. So one thing I wanted to say is I'm using leftover rice. You can make fresh rice, but leftover rice is perfectly fine from the fridge. It can be cold or anything like that. One secret when you're cooking rice, I use a rice cooker, but if you're cooking it on the stove, this is a secret. Never lift the lid off when you're cooking. Say that it says put it in for 20 minutes. Don't keep checking it like that because it will make your rice either too crunchy or kind of mushy. So just leave the lid on and then time it. And then add, what are you doing over here?
Okay. So you see the garlic and the oils starting to kind of heat up and sizzle a little bit. It's a good sign. Now's right about when we want to put in our eggs.
You can really smell it too. I don't know if I have this burner back here. Turn on the burner, that's always a good thing.
It's on. And this one, I've just whisked up the eggs a little bit. I'm going to pour that in.
And that's the one, did you put salt and pepper in too? You can put some salt and pepper in. I'll take that from you while you do that.
Okay, so next we're going to take we have Himalayan pink sea salt. Any kind of salt works. Put just a little bit of that.
I'm going to crank that up a little bit.
And you can also, I'm going to put a little bit into our back pan for a little bit more flavoring with that.
I would put some sesame oil in there too. If you don't have sesame oil, you can use coconut oil in here too as well, just for a little bit of flavor. It's really your recipe. Okay, so I've diced these. Now the other thing I want to show you is this is the ginger root, and you can use powdered ginger if you don't have fresh ginger. But with the ginger, all you do is you're going to take the brown off of the outside of it like this. Don't cut your fingers off. That's like a really good thing. And so you just do that. I'm just doing a super, super rough dice. And what that means is, that's all the stuff that we don't need. I'm just going like this and slicing this ginger like this into these little slices like this. And then I'm going to dice it. It doesn't have to be pretty or anything like that. And see, it's just small pieces like that. Okay, and then the other thing that we're going to do here, that's kind of ugly, but you know, it's all good. I'm trying to show what it's like for not a professional chef to do it. These are leftover bratwurst from yesterday, and so I'm just going to cut these to kind of whatever size, you know. Madeline, does that look good? You're the one who is going to be eating it.
Yeah, that looks pretty good to me.
See, look at that, you guys. I mean, you can use really any kind of meat that you have left over. If you have ham or, you know, anything. Okay, Ad, how you doing over there? You want to show what you're doing?
Okay. So, once I put my eggs into the pan, oh, Mom, wait, pause the video.
And we are back.
Hi, okay, so the reason why I'm putting oil in again is because we forgot about this pan, and we almost had to call the fire department because we burned the garlic. Whoa, it's really hot, so be careful. Jeez.
Yeah, so we can thank Addison for this.
No one told me what to do with the shrimp.
All right,
I was
Ad.
watching the eggs. Speaking of the eggs, they're looking actually pretty good.
I'm just
I
gonna
didn't
drop the
mess them up
shrimp in
too
here.
badly. Okay, so for the eggs, after I put them in, all you want to do is keep them moving, and they'll kind of form into folds. And then I flipped them a few times so you can tell that they're cooked on both sides. And this is where we'd have our shrimp done.
Here you go.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
there's the egg.
Oh, jeez.
Was that part of it? Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do, Ad, you're going to put in some more oil. We're going to put in all of our fresh ginger here. And now what we're going to do is cook our veggies. Whatever veggies you have, that's good. And I'll put everything down in the comment section underneath, so it will have the whole recipe down there and all the ingredients and the measurements. So now you're just going to saute up your vegetables here for just a couple minutes until they're cooked, and we'll see you in a sec.
Go.
Okay, so now the shrimp are cooked. You can also, like I said, use leftover shrimp. We just didn't have pre-cooked shrimp. I'm going to leave the juices in there. Our veggies are just about cooked. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take any other vegetables, Ad, hold the handle there. These are just the raw ones. Anything that's canned you want to add after because it's already cooked, so you don't want to like overcook it. So you cook anything raw first. That's the rest of our stuff there. And then while he's doing that over here, we took the egg out, and all I'm going to do is just rough cut it like this. Just so that there's like little chunks of it. Okay, so whoa! Good thing we have a dog.
I get down.
Okay, now over here, Addison has stirred this up. Oh, more stuff for the dog. Now we're gonna add the rice in. This is cold rice. You can use sticky rice. You can use instant rice. You can use bagged rice. It really doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna stick this all in. If you have a wok or a deep bowl, it's much easier. I mean, a deep pan is much
wok
easier.
is a type of circular pan. Like, it's a pan.
A pan?
Not a pan. So for all the people who don't know what a wok is, Mom, because
Well,
probably not a
learn
ton
that
of people
one.
out there know what a wok is.
Okay, so now what we're doing is we just added the rice in, and then we're gonna add some soy sauce in. I'm gonna add, I never measure, but for you guys I will. This is about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and I'm gonna add in a little bit more sesame oil to this, like that. And like I said, I'll put the measurements down below. And then little salt and little pepper. You guys, this is your food, so you decide, you know, what you want to put in it and how much you want to put in it, and do it to taste. Remember, you can always add more after, but you cannot take away. So if you add too much soy sauce, it's going to be really, really salty. So here's what we do. Addison, can you stir that? And then I'm going to get the protein ready to go in. So now this is where we're going to add the egg in. We're going to just mix everything up.
Okay, so next we have all of our protein. We have just our chicken and our sausage here. We're gonna sprinkle that in.
along
Make
with
sure.
some of the shrimp.
Yep. And
All right.
stir it in.
And you stir it in. Mad, you can pause until we're done. Okay, so everything is finished here. You just mix it up, and really that's it. So finished product here. Enjoy your dinner. Bye, guys.